Hi, and welcome to another episode of Starship Gaming. Before we get started, it is very important. Don't forget to subscribe. If you subscribe, you get all kinds of awesome content from us. And of course, it helps keep us motivated and helps keep us making more awesome videos. If we can't get subscriptions, we can't keep making videos. So don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, don't forget to like this video and hit the bell if you want notifications of when we make more awesome videos. Now let's jump right into today's review. Now, this is the first time I believe that I've reviewed an arcade game, and it is Ghosts N Goblins. Ghosts N Goblins, yes. For the arcade. It's an arcade cabinet, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. Like, oh my god, this is like the hardest arcade game that I ever played. And I think a lot of people growing up have the same opinion of it. In this 1985 arcade game released by Capcom, you play as a knight known as Sir Arthur, and you basically have to get from the beginning of the level to the end while fighting various monsters. That's pretty much the basic premise of the game. And of course, what 80s video game, or I should say arcade game, is not complete without rescuing a princess? Yes, you have to rescue a princess in this game. And once you've beat the game, you think you finally beat it. Well, actually you're wrong. You have to replay the entire game all over again to get the actual ending to the game, like the legitimate ending. And it's like that on every other port of Ghosts N Goblins, pretty much. This is one of those games that it's a good old-fashioned quarter gobbler. Yes, it was made simply to take quarters straight out of your pocket. Like, seriously, a person could sit down if they were inexperienced, and if they really wanted to play this game, it would cost you probably close to around $30, $40, maybe even more in quarters, just to beat it to the very end. Yeah, they knew how to steal money from kids back in the 80s. So, what are my opinions on this? Well, I've already told you, obviously. I think this is an insanely difficult arcade game. I've played the various ports of it. I remember growing up, I played the NES port, of course. I've played the arcade port, and I've only been able to manage to beat the arcade port once, but of course it was set on free play, and I could definitely never beat it if I had to spend all the insane amount of quarters just to get through it. It would be, I mean, this game is just insanely difficult, even by even by standards of the day. There's the thing that games in the 80s and 90s were more difficult than games of the 2000s or the 2010s. And yeah, it's insanely difficult. It was difficult then, and it's still difficult today. But it is a good game. It is a classic. And yeah, it will make you mad. That's all I have to say about it. So basically, play this one at your own risk. Of course, there is a arcade 1-up, which if you don't know what arcade 1-up is, it's or there was. I don't think you can get it. I think it's out of print at this point. But it was included on the Final Fight release of the arcade 1-up. It had Final Fight, Strider, 1944, and of course Ghosts N Goblins all on one unit. So definitely play this one at your own risk. I wouldn't exactly consider it a relaxing experience, so only play this if you really want to. Of course, the only way you can play it is if you find an original Ghosts N Goblins arcade cabinet, or if you get one of the arcade 1-ups, which, like I said, they're out of print now, so you'll have to either go on eBay or Amazon, or even possibly Walmart.com to grab one of those. Or you could use MAME, which, or you could play one of the various other ports like NES, SNES, etc. But I recommend tracking down an authentic arcade unit or one of the arcade 1-ups if you want that true arcade experience. Or MAME, you can use that too. But you'll want to use the original arcade controls. They just feel more natural. So, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell if you want notifications of when we make more awesome videos. And until next time, I will see ya.